The first reading, a reading from the book of Kings. The Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream and asked him, "What would you like me to give you?" Solomon replied, "O Lord, you have let me succeed my father as king, even though I am very young and don't know how to rule. Here I am among the people you have chosen to be your own, a people who are so many that they cannot be counted. So give me the wisdom I need to rule your people with justice and to know the difference between good and evil. Otherwise, how would I ever be able to rule this great people of yours?" The Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked him for this, and so he said to him, "Because you have asked for the wisdom to rule justly, instead of long life for yourself, or riches, or the death of your enemies, I will do what you have asked. I will give you more wisdom and understanding than anyone has ever had before or will ever have again." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. The second reading, a reading from St. Paul's letter to the Romans. We know that in all things God works for good with those who love Him, those whom He has called according to His purpose. Those whom God had already chosen, He also set apart to become like His Son, so that the Son would be the first among many brothers. And so, those whom God set apart, He called, and those He called, He put right with Himself, and He shared His glory with them. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to the crowds, "The kingdom of heaven is like this. A man happens to find a treasure hidden in a field. He covers it up again and is so happy that he goes and sells everything he has and then goes back and buys that field. Also, the kingdom of heaven is like this. A man is looking for fine pearls, and when he finds one that is unusually fine, he goes and sells everything he has and buys that pearl. Also, the kingdom of heaven is like this. Some fishermen throw their net out in the lake and catch all kinds of fish. When the net is full and they pull it to shore and sit down to divide the fish, the good ones go into their buckets, the worthless ones are thrown away. It will be like this at the end of the age. The angels will go out and gather up the evil people from among the good, and will throw them into the fiery furnace, where they will cry and grind their teeth." "Do you understand these things?" Jesus asked them. "Yes," they answered. So he replied, "This means, then, that every teacher of the law who becomes a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like the owner of a house who takes new and old things out of his storeroom." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, O Lord Jesus Christ.